Good morning from the beautiful Prishtina. I'm just in a park right now. The main streets are just a lot of traffic noise, and the drivers are chaotic to say the least. So I don't really want to be walking and recording on the main street. So I just went off to the side. First impressions of Prishtina and Kosovo so far. It's nice. I enjoy it. Kind of a breakdown in terms of like pricing and stuff. Everything's like what I thought. It's pretty cheap. The burgers are. I went to a burger place last night. It was €2, and then got a drink that was €4. I already see people. I already see people looking at me as I'm recording. That's something I'm gonna have to get used to, just because I kind of stick out like a sore thumb. I'm just gonna have to roll with it. But yeah. Anyways, burgers were $2. I got a drink that was €5. What else did I get yesterday? I talked about the taxi that was 14, but then I gave him tips of 20. So the first night was a bit of a bust though, only because I had this funny interaction with a girl that I went into like a restaurant bar into, and I just got a drink, and I was trying to kind of figure out what my plan was for today roughly. And then I asked the girl when I went to go pay, like, what's anything that you'd recommend, like what are the best things to kind of see around the city. And she's kind of gave me this look, and she's like, it's Sunday. And I was like, well, I know it's Sunday. And it's late. It was like maybe 9 o'clock. I was like, I know there's nothing tonight, but I was hoping to find something, like I'm here until Wednesday. And she still kind of looked at me puzzled. I mean, from my experience so far, people know English here, but I have to remember for myself that I kind of talk fast and loud at times. So it could probably be a little bit, like, I'm not going to blame anybody else for not understanding me. It's going to be solely on me. If I want people to understand me, I need to learn the culture and the language and the dialect. So, but yeah, otherwise than that, I'm hoping to meet some pretty friendly people today. I know there's a lot of Americans here, from my understanding. There's a couple places that I read online that Americans kind of dwell and, work and study, whatever that might be. So I don't necessarily want to be in that all day, but there will be certain parts of the day, or certain, like maybe midday, when I go read my book or go some writing, then I'll head over there. But Kosovo, cool. I really like the pricing here. Like I said, pricing's good. The driving is chaotic, but otherwise, this is a beautiful, beautiful town. It's definitely developing. There's like some construction on the road and on some buildings here, so I'm guessing they're like renovating and expanding. But everything is really clean for the most part. There's like graffiti, but I mean, what city do you not get that in? And some of the graffiti is kind of cool. So yeah, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna start walking now. Once I get to the main street, I'll stop. But if there's anything I want to get out of the city, is just really kind of understand the people. There's a lot of young people here. I would assume maybe in their 20s, early 30s. Even I would assume I even saw maybe some 18-year-olds last night walking around. And everybody here walks in groups, so it might be a little difficult for me as a solo person to really maybe connect. It seems like everyone's kind of in their tight-knit group, but that's also the case back home in LA. Like, you don't really go wander out by yourself. You have to kind of be in a group to really enjoy things, unless you're just a really extroverted person. But yeah, that's my goal. I'm gonna walk over to the Bill Clinton statue. I'll give some context about why that statue is even here, and I'll show you all once I walk over there. It's about a 15-minute walk. And then, yeah, after that, I'll probably go to one of the coffee shops around here, work on some writing, and we'll see what the day leads me. So I will update y'all a little later. All right, well, here he is. It's good old Bill Clinton. Is this so funny how, I mean, the reason why people in this country love, or I wouldn't say the people, the government loves Bill Clinton. I don't think the people necessarily care. I think it's just a little thing that is in the middle of the city. But the reason why they like Bill Clinton is definitely valid from my understanding. And I need to do a better job as I travel through countries, specifically like here in Albania, to kind of discuss, there's the road noise, to kind of discuss why these countries are what they are, and kind of where their history is, what they've gone through. There was a lot of don't want to say it out loud, offend people, but there's a lot of genocide with the Albanians. So I definitely want to touch on those type of things and do my diligence, because I think it's important to share the history of these places as I go. But anyway, with Bill Clinton, I guess in around 1998, 1999, he helped them. There was a big conflict going on where Kosovo was trying to get its independence from Serbia. And with the assistance of Bill Clinton, the United States, and NATO, they were able to stop that conflict, and eventually Kosovo was able to gain its independence, I believe, in 2008, if I'm not mistaken. And this boulevard right here is named Bill Clinton Boulevard. It's very interesting. And then, I guess a decade later, in 2009, Clinton finally came to visit Prishtina in Kosovo, and as a thank you memento to his efforts in helping stop that conflict with Serbia, they built him the statue in his honor. So it's a very interesting background. I'm going to start walking and talking again, but yeah, two different perspectives. Before I even came here, I was talking to people about how there was that statue in that boulevard named after him, and obviously from an American perspective, we just kind of laugh at that. Given, not obviously he was fine as a politician, not to get into the weeds. You see him back there. Oh man, from an American standpoint, that's so troll, but I get it. But yeah, obviously Bill Clinton's personal issues that causes impeachment. There's definitely a different take on him for us as Americans, as opposed to people here in Kosovo and Albania, or Albanians. But it's cool. It's cool to see appreciation for a different part of the world. And it wasn't like some small thing that him and NATO did. It was a very significant thing that led to their independence. And obviously in our nation, that's what we pride ourselves on, is independence and freedom. So shout out to Big Bill. And yeah, I don't know what else is there to do around here. Okay, I had to move a little bit because there's a lot of construction going on this little city square. And also there's a lot of bees too. There was a lot of bees that ran up on me, and I didn't want to get stung, so I had to walk away. But anyways, the one thing I wanted to say is I want to correct myself. I made a little bit of an overstatement earlier about kind of like people staring at me, especially when I have the camera on. It's definitely happened a couple times, but it's not a prominent thing. And what I appreciate about the people here so far is that even though I stand out in terms of the regular demographic, I think people are just really just to themselves here. And I would say most places are like that. And yeah, it's just an adjustment. It's an adjustment. Even just being in this city square, I really do like that there's a lot of people walking. Obviously, there's I've already talked about a little bit of the traffic and the driving situation. But for the most part, a lot of people do walk the streets here, the city streets here, and it seems like people are relatively active, and I really admire that. And also too, the pedestrian traffic it's a lot of people, but it's not like New York City. It's a big jump compared to. And obviously so, New York is, I don't know how many tens of millions of population, and I believe Prishtina is maybe 500K. Both of those numbers are probably wrong, but yeah, I think maybe what I would say I underestimated is there's just a little tiny bit of a culture shock where I've live in a big city. The last week I spent in the arguably one of the biggest cities in the world, or both, or two of the biggest cities in the world. And then I came here, and it's big for the country. It's the capital. The new capital. I think Prizren is like the old school capital. Hopefully I can definitely get some education in. I hate to like kind of spout things. I believe that's correct. I'll correct it on the screen if I'm wrong. But yeah, I definitely need to do the diligence so I can properly, celebrate this country and other countries that I go to. But yeah, it's culture shock in a good way. I'm enjoying it. And we're gonna go find some food, get some coffee, and enjoy the afternoon. Alright, back at the hostel. I don't know if I've shown you all this view since I've been here during the day. We're right here on Santa Teresa Boulevard in the city center. It's really nice. This hostel has been great so far. I really enjoy it. I'm really tired, so this will probably be the end of this part of the vlog. I went to go get my hair cut. Thank you to Amir at Fleiser Sammy. That's actually probably the nicest group of people that I've met since I've been here, with the exception of the owner. Oh, darn it, I forget his name, but the owner of the Soma book station. Aldabi. His name was Aldabi. But yeah, these guys at the barber, they were really cool. The guy that cut my hair didn't know much English, but tried his best. And then his cousin knew English. He was 19. So we all chatted it up. They were cool people. He said it was the most brutal haircut that he's done. Makes sense because my hair is a pain in the ass to do. But yeah, this is going to be the end. If I go to Prizren tomorrow, I will make a short vlog just for that city. But more than likely, I'm officially going next after this to Skopje. I booked 2 nights there. I booked an Airbnb. I did it mainly for laundry, and I'm kind of not ready to do shared dorms yet. I kind of need a couple more days to acclimate myself. So we're going to do that, spend 2 days in Skopje, and then I have my hostel after that booked at Lake Ohrid, which is down south. It's really beautiful there. I'm super excited to go there. I've heard great things, and the weather, according to the forecast now, is going to be really good. So that's the plan up until the end of the weekend. And then after that, probably Albania. We'll see. So yeah, that's going to wrap this up. If you guys see a short video, that'll be kind of filler. That'll be me in Prizren. If not, then thank you, Kosovo. It's been a pleasure being here. Again, not what I fully expected being an American here. I thought I was going to meet a lot more people to be excited that an American was here, but just wasn't, the dice didn't roll in my favor on that regard. I think I'm probably the exception on that. But for the nice people that I did meet, they were awesome. It's, again, a beautiful town. I'm glad that this nation became independent. And yeah, so that's it for this vlog. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers. Or, oh, what's the word? No, I forget it. All right, not cheers. Gazua. Gazua is how you say cheers in Albanian. Oh man, this is a tough language. All right, y'all. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.